Hey everybody, Jake Morgan, Prince Edward 4-H here. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about bucket gardening or container gardening today. Hope you enjoy. All right, a quick note. If you are a kid and you are doing this, make sure you have the supervision of a parent or guardian, because some of this stuff is a little tricky and I don't want you doing it by yourself. So get somebody to help you out and have a good time. Some good things about using a bucket to grow vegetables in or flowers or whatever is that you can pick it up and move it around. This weekend they're calling for some pretty chilly temperatures, so I am going to be picking this up and moving it inside. Another thing, it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. You're using potting soil, so you don't have to worry about what condition your soil is in, and you don't have to worry about weeds getting in there as easy. So there's a lot of benefits to using a bucket to grow some vegetables in. Some downfalls is you can't get a whole lot in there. It's a little bit, there's some supplies needed, so it's a little bit more expensive than just planting something in the ground. So there's some pros and cons. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the bucket ready. Okay, this part requires a drill or a hammer and nail even, but make sure that you have your parents' permission before you start doing this to a bucket. All right, we are going to put holes in the bottom of the bucket, and this will help with drainage. You want to make sure that your plant doesn't have too much water in the container at any time, so you want to make sure that the water can drain out of the bottom. And I'm just going to put random holes around it using my drill, and if you're using a hammer and a nail to do this, like I said, make sure you're being careful, and you might want to put some more holes since the holes themselves are going to be smaller. I think that's enough. What do you want to say, Evan? It's not terribly difficult. So, there you are. So, you can see I put some holes in there. It came out a little bit like a pattern, but that wasn't on purpose. Okay, so if you just put the soil in like that, a lot of the soil would drain out of the holes. So you want to put something between the holes and the soil that you're going to be using. I'm going to use gravel for my driveway, but if you have old window screen, that would work, or maybe some cloth of some sort. All you want to do is just make sure that the number one, the holes don't get clogged, and number two, that the soil doesn't run out the bottom too. All right.
That's a lot of gravel.
It is a lot of gravel. Now, you don't have to put nearly this much in there, but one thing you will find is that the more stuff you put in the bottom, the less soil you'll need to fill the bucket up with. Now, if you wanted to save a few dollars, you can even throw other stuff in the bottom that won't interact with the soil, like crushed aluminum cans. You can fill it up like almost halfway with something other than potting soil if you want to kind of offset the price of the potting soil. So next, I'm going to put the potting soil in. This part, I'm going to use some gloves. Make sure you're wearing gloves, or at least wash your hands really well after handling potting soil or mulch or stuff like that. Some pretty gross stuff can grow in those things, in those bags sometimes. So, some bad bacteria. I'm not sure the name of it exactly, but anytime you're playing with dirt, it's probably a good idea to wash your hands, right? Because a lot of times this soil can be in the wet environment, dark environment. So, and there's fertilizer in it. That's another point. You might want to get fertilizer that has some, or get potting mix that has some potting soil or fertilizer in it. That way it can help grow your plants for the whole season, and you won't have to worry about adding fertilizer. I won't be adding fertilizer to this mix because I purchased some potting mix that had the fertilizer mixed in. Is that cool?
Is it wet?
No.
Thought it would be wet because it looks wet.
Now I'm going to fill it up all the way to the top pretty well, because after you water it and after a little while, it will settle. So don't worry about it overflowing. that initial watering, you might get some water running over before it settles, but go ahead and fill it up to the top because it will settle after you put everything in it. Okay, so we have our gravel and we have our potting mix in it. What I'm going to be growing today is tomatoes. That seems to be a popular choice with people wanting to get started. This is just a single plant purchased at Lowe's curbside pickup, and it will grow pretty well. It's already started. It looks pretty healthy, but I'm also going to start with some seeds that we had left over from last year, and this will definitely be a cheaper way to get started. You can also find usually 6 packs of vegetables. That's a lot cheaper to get if you want more than one that are sold at greenhouses and stuff. Seeds are definitely the cheapest way to go, and you can even save your seeds this year from your tomatoes to grow for next year, and that'd be even cheaper. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one put in the potting soil, and we'll get started. See some chickens back there?
Mm-hmm. I thought they were in the garden.
So what I'm gonna do is kind of squeeze on the sides a little bit to loosen the roots up from the edges. And I'm gonna clear a space in here. Now this isn't a very tall plant. If it was a taller plant, feel free to kind of nick off the lower stems, I guess, and plant it really deep. And that will give it a good root structure, and it will actually grow roots from the main stem or stalk. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna put my fingers down around the base of the plant and turn it over so that the stem is supported. All right, now this one isn't very root bound. By root bound I mean the roots are growing all around it and stuff. If it was root bound, I would take a fork or a knife or something and just kind of like tease out the roots a little bit, and that will help it get a good start too. But this one looks pretty good, so it's not going to need a whole lot of that.
Same type of soil.
It looks like the same type of soil, doesn't it? And just make sure press around it so it makes some pretty good contact with the soil. Okay, like I said, I'm not planting this one any deeper just because it's kind of a short plant anyways, so that's fine. All right, so that's that. Other than watering, this thing is good to go. But over on this other side, I would kind of like to do a comparison with starting from seed. So I'm going to get some seeds out, and I'm just going to put more than I need in there, especially since these are last year's seeds, because the older the seed is, the less likely it is to germinate. So I would suggest planting more than you need, and then as they start growing, if you see one that's doing better than others, save that one and thin out the ones that aren't looking as good. All right, so let's see how many I get here. All right, so what? There's like 8 or 9 there. All right, so I'm just going to put them in there in the soil, and I'm just going to rake them in gently in the top of the soil. You don't want to put them too deep. You can read the back of your seed package usually, and it'll tell you how to plant them, when to plant them, and things like that. All right. So the next step is watering, and I'll give you some tips about watering in just a second. All right, I got the garden hose here, and we're ready to start watering. Some things to think about when you're watering. The initial watering, you want to go ahead and get it a good soak. But after that, you really want to check your soil to see if it needs watering or not. A good test for that is to stick your finger in there and see if it feels moist. If it still feels moist, it's fine. One of the big things about container gardening or even indoor plants, something that a lot of people do is overwater. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give it a good soak. You could safely water this until it drains out the bottom for the first time, and that would probably be a good way to water it going forward, depending on how much potting soil you put in there. But you'll be surprised how much that top inch or two of potting soil can soak up the water. So you just want to make sure it gets down to all the layers of your container. So now it's watered thoroughly. We are going to carry it to a sunny location, a location that gets a good, the more sunlight, the better in this scenario. And like I said, it's a container garden, so if it's supposed to frost or if it's supposed to get really cold, it'd probably be best to pick it up and carry it inside. Remember that it can be dirty on the bottom, so don't put it anywhere where somebody at home would get upset with making a mess. So we're going to carry this to a sunny spot, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we have found a really sunny location here next to our other raised garden. And you'll see behind there that there's some other containers that we're using to grow plants in. So it doesn't have to be a bucket. It can be anything that that can hold potting soil and drains well. So as this tomato grows, it is going to need support. It will get big and fall over. And the more you can support it, the easier it will be to get the tomatoes and such like that. So there's several things you can use, from just a simple stake to a cage, or just anything that will give it support. If you're growing on your deck, you might consider putting it next to the railing so you can tie the plant off to the railing as it gets bigger. Okay guys, so I know that I didn't include everything in this video, so please comment down below or comment with a private message or something and let me know maybe some pointers that I can make sure to mention in future videos on the same topic. And maybe you can share your concerns with others who are watching. Is the sun in your eyes, Bryce? So I hope you got something from this video. Please reach out if you have any questions or concerns. I love helping people on this topic. So I have other things I can share. So please reach out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you later. Stay safe.